Ladies and gentlemen, our final award presenter tonight is a tireless advocate for public education and an active community and state leader from Lawton. Please welcome the president of the Oklahoma Foundation for Excellence, Linda Neal.
The great author John Steinbeck once said, "Teaching might even be the greatest of the arts, since the medium is the human mind and spirit." Growing up as a gifted and talented pianist, Dr. Martin Blevins brings unique artistry and sensitivity to his role as Associate Professor of Medicine and Assistant Dean for Curriculum Development for the OU College of Medicine. Dr. Blevins helped revolutionize the way medicine is taught at OU, designing a clinical transitions course that would help students connect the basic science knowledge gained in their first 2 years of medical school with the clinical principles taught in their final 2 years. The centerpiece of this course is a series of 350 tutorials, meticulously compiled by Dr. Blevins to help students make connections between basic science concepts and their application in treating patients. Students consistently praise Steve Blevins for his breadth of knowledge and for the kind and gentle way he cares for patients. In the classroom and in clinical rotations, Dr. Blevins is a role model and a veritable maestro in the art of medicine.
One aspect of medicine is taking care of patients who suffer. And studying music is a useful way to study suffering.
The beauty and attention that you pay to the music that you're playing and that you can listen to, it contributes greatly to your abilities as a listener and as an observer. And in the field of medicine, that's very important.
See how it gets dull there? It is important to know how a disease affects a patient, because we often get lulled into believing that we are treating disease. We don't really treat disease. We treat patients who have diseases.
It's amazing how Dr. Blevins is able to meet the demands of both his patients and his students. He's created over 300 tutorials the students use to help them integrate what they've learned in the first 2 years of the curriculum and to help them study for step 1 of their boards.
You can hear him speaking to you through the pages. The way that he writes about, pathophysiology, but it's poetic.
Let me have you take a listen, okay? I enjoy especially the enthusiasm of the students, seeing them make the connection, seeing them hear a new heart sound that they've heard about but have never heard before, or a new lung sound. They go through rigorous basic science education in the first 2 years, and a lot of it doesn't click until they see patients. And when they start seeing patients and things begin to click, that's when it's most satisfying.
And Dr. Blevins was really the person that taught me what it means to be a physician and what it means to be a good physician.
You can do medicine in a lot of ways, I think, and his is one that I think I would like to keep learning how to do in the future.
Please welcome the winner of the Oklahoma Medal for Excellence in Research University Teaching. From the University of Oklahoma College of Medicine, Dr. Steve Blevins.
Thank you, Linda, for that very kind introduction. And thank you, OFE, for this lovely, lovely evening. I've had the privilege of teaching medical students for more than 20 years at the University of Oklahoma. And I am blessed to have had so many wonderful teachers throughout my life. But I can't imagine accepting this award without mentioning the one teacher who influenced me more than any other. And that would be my high school piano teacher, Mr. Stephen Cellini. Mr. Cellini was born in Hungary. He fell in love with the piano at an early age and went on to study music at the Franz Liszt Conservatory in Budapest. When the communists invaded Hungary, He came to America and founded a small school in Fort Worth. I joined that school in 8th grade. And when Mr. Cellini learned that I was interested in piano, he offered to give me piano lessons. And so began the greatest experience of my life. Week after week, for 5 years, without accepting a penny in compensation, he guided me through the elegant mansions of Mozart, the oppressive storms of Beethoven, the miraculous cathedrals of Bach, and the golden fields of Schubert. It was more than a musical education. It was a spiritual journey. And although I was too young to fully appreciate the art of teaching at the time, I now see the experience for what it was: a lavish, monumental cultivation of the soul. Tonight, I'm surrounded by extraordinary teachers, people of different backgrounds and disciplines, who teach students of different ages and interests. And yet this evening is perfectly cogent, because those who teach and those who care about teaching are all part of the same endeavor: the enormously difficult and endlessly gratifying effort to nourish the soul. Thank you, OFE, for honoring this endeavor. It's a privilege to be in such company.